the Shea Peg. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you very much. My regular subscribers, all the new people, love you all. Appreciate you being here. Today's razor is a gem push button. The gem blade, they just, if you can see the little tabs on each corner, put the blade in. Oops. Put the blade in. Let's sit. See, it catches those corners. And then to lock it, you just push the button, closes the lid, and locks it in place. How about that? Isn't that nice? I think it's nice. Thanks to Dave in Kentucky for that razor. It's one of the many he sent me. Appreciate that. Today's soap. Excuse me. Zingari Man. I kept wanting to say A&E, but it's Zingari Man. It's the opposite end of the alphabet. One of these days my tongue will untie, or I will learn how to speak English. I don't know which. A sample that DJ sent me, the Rambler. Top notes are strawberry, raspberry, peppercorn, currant, and anise. The heart notes are tobacco, hay, plum, rose, amyris, amyris, vanilla. See, I don't do English, and then we throw in Italian and French names, and I'm lost. So, and the base notes are tobacco. I practiced these before I did this too. Coumarin, coumarin, whatever. Vanilla, again, as a base note and not the heart note. Tonka and red fruits. Just forget about me, alright? I'm just over everything. Just done. Have it mixed up in my Linkidea bowl. It's like 16 bucks on Amazon. It's just like a Captain's Choice. It's ceramic. It's got the rings at the bottom. We got our nice soft peaks, as Uncle Lori likes to say, which is a droopy peaks, which is a perfect example, because when the peaks droop over as soon as you pull the brush away. And that's exactly like how I like my soap too. And we're using the PAA 24 millimeter solar flare brush. This is a very, very soft knot on the solar flare. I think it's the softest. I haven't got all the PAA brushes. The ones I do have, though, I think that is the softest knot. Let's do this so we can see what we're doing. How about that? Who needs ears when you got a fat head? Nice and warm. Should be. It's been sitting in there. The bowl was warm before I put soap in it, because I put the bowl on the coffee cup warmer before I even went into the shower. I have to go see Mom sometime tomorrow, but my brother's coming over tomorrow to help. Well, actually, he's probably gonna end up doing it all, because I don't have the legs to do it. I need another handrail installed on my stairs coming into the house. I have one handrail. If you're going up the stairs, it's on your left side. Coming down, it's on your right side. But I don't have one on the other side. And Mom, when she comes back from rehab, she really needs both handrails to help her get up and down the stairs. So he's coming over to put that in, because he's got all the tools and everything. You need heavier lag bolt. It's not so much the lag bolts. I've only got a 3/8 inch drill. He's got like a 1/2 inch, because you need to put heavy lag bolts in to hold the railing up. It's not a regular railing. The one I have up that's already there is 4x4 post with 2x4 across the top. So it's not like you're thinking like those round handrails you go upstairs in the house. No, it's not like that. This razor was made in the late 50s to early 60s. And everything I read about it, which was today, it's a mild shaver. I'm just looking at it to make sure the blade's in there straight, and it is. Good shaves. Very good. Okay. We're going to talk about nothing because my paper won't stay upright. It keeps flopping over. So we're not going to talk about anything because my paper doesn't want to cooperate. Talk about Jumbo. Not me. He was born around December 25th, 1860. And he died September 15th, 1885. He was only 25 years old, and the average lifespan for an African bush elephant is 60 to 70 years. But he died tragically in an accident. Get to it. His name, Jumbo, spawned the common word jumbo for like jumbo jet, jumbo shrimp, jumbo marshmallows. His name spawned all that talk about jumbo. And jumbo just means large size. And that he was. He was larger than the typical male African bush elephant. Now, it was said that he stood an estimate of 3.23 meters, or 10 feet 7 inches, at the time of his death, and that's at the shoulder. At the shoulder. Not, they don't go to the top of the head, they go to the shoulder. Kind of like with a horse. I think horses measure the shoulder, they measure to the back. Can't remember. Anyways, and he was claimed to be 4 meters by 13 feet 1 inch by P.T. Barnum. Hang on 1 second. Alright, right back. It wasn't long. I had a frog creeping in my throat and I wanted to get it out. His mother was killed by hunters, and the infant Jumbo was captured by Sundanese in the Sudan, Africa. He was captured by Sundanese elephant hunters and a German big game hunter. Lather broke down on me, huh? See that? Probably because I'm yakking. They sold him to an Italian game dealer, an Italian animal dealer of exotic game, who then shipped him to Italy. In Trieste. He shipped him to Trieste, Italy, where he was then sold to Menagerie Kreuzberg, which was a German circus. And from Menagerie Kreuzberg, he made his way to Paris to the Jardin des Plantes Paris Zoo. Then in 1865, he was transferred to the London Zoo and arrived there on the 26th of June, the London Zoo. He's made a hell of a trip, all the way from Africa to Italy to Germany to France. Now he's in England. What happened there? He became a crowd favorite in the London Zoo. Children would ride on his back. Notice how big he is compared to the adult, his keeper at the zoo, riding on it, on his neck, right behind the head. Notice how big he is to a human male. And he even had the children of Queen Victoria ride on his back. While in London, he broke both of his tusks, and then when they were growing back, he would grind them down on the stone walls of his enclosure. You gotta remember, he arrived at the London Zoo on the 26th of June, 1865. And then in 1882, Abraham Bartlett, superintendent of the London Zoo, sparked national controversy with his decision to sell Dumbo, or Jumbo, I want to say Dumbo. Well, I made that mistake. Dumbo is supposedly based on the story of Jumbo. Rumor has it that Jumbo was Dumbo's father. If you remember the Disney movie. Got one right there. Got one. Well, I'm just tearing my neck up with this damn thing. Okay. He was going to sell Jumbo to the American entertainer Phineas T. Barnum of Barnum and Bailey Circus for £2,000 or 10,000 US dollars. The decision was not popular. There was immense civilian citizen uprisings about it. Bunch of people were angry. They're going to sell their beloved Jumbo to an American. it was so unpopular of a decision, 100,000 school children wrote to Queen Victoria for her to cancel the sale, not to go through with it. John Ruskin, a fellow of the Zoological Society, wrote in the Morning Post in February 1882, let me get this in my little hand and read it. He wrote, I, for one of the said fellows, am not in the habit of selling my old pets or parting with my old servants because I find them subject occasionally, perhaps even periodically, to fits of ill temper, and I am not only regret the proceedings of the council, but disclaim them utterly as disgraceful to the city of London and dishonorable to common humanity. We had a different way with words back then than we do now, did we not? In New York, Barnum exhibited Jumbo at Madison Square Gardens, earning enough in 3 weeks from the enormous crowds to recoup the $10,000 he spent to buy the animal. In 3 weeks, he made 10 grand selling tickets for people to come see Jumbo. I don't think I need to do that at all. That's... Here, let me reactivate this. So I got my fan on here because, like I said, I took a shower. It was warm in here when I got out. I just want to touch it up. And down the center of my neck, as usual. This is a great scent. But I like tobacco scents anyways. Alright. In the 31-week season of the circus, they have a season. They can't do some in the wintertime, too many places. So they have a season. The circus earned $1.75 million, largely due to Jumbo. And on May 17th, 1884, Jumbo was one of Barnum's 21 elephants that crossed the Brooklyn Bridge to prove that it was safe. When the year before, 12 people died in a stampede caused by mass panic over collapse fears a year earlier. Because a year earlier, people got on the bridge and they got out on it a little ways and they heard creaking and shit and they freaked out and they stampeded the people behind them when they were trying to get the hell off the bridge. Back in 1884, the opening of the Brooklyn Bridge was a huge thing. It was all over the newspapers, on the radio, and on TV. So, seriously, it was all in the newspapers. But people were freaked out. They were afraid it was going to collapse. They didn't trust it. So they came up with a stunt to walk these elephants across the bridge to prove that it was safe. Because if it'll hold the elephant, it'll hold people. So anyways, Jumbo died at a railway classification yard in St. Thomas, Ontario, Canada. Damn Canadians. On September 15th, 1885. In those days, the circus traveled around by train. And they used to use the big hubs where lots of tracks spanned out from different hubs to go all kinds of different places so they could get where they were going to go next without having to worry about, well, let's go to this small one, let's go to this one, then we have to go back to this one. No, they just went to the big hub that sent them the direction that they wanted to go. And while there, they would schedule a show. Well, Jumbo and the other animals had finished their performance that night and were they were being led back to their boxcars. And a train came down the track, and Jumbo was hit and mortally wounded by the train, dying within minutes of being hit. That's why he only lived to be 25 instead of 50 to 70, or 60 to 70. Now, Barnum, being the lying bastard, con man, showman that he was, everybody knows he was a con man, told the story that Tom Thumb, a young circus elephant, was walking on the railroad tracks and Jumbo was attempting to lead him to safety. And Barnum claimed that the locomotive hit and killed Tom Thumb before it derailed and hit Jumbo. And other witnesses supported Barnum's account. But according to the newspapers, the freight train hit Jumbo directly, killing him, while Tom Thumb suffered a broken leg. Only. I don't know who you want to believe, but according to Barnum, he had collaborators for his story. I'm going to give myself a nice face wash with all Heather's Good Skin Foods. Yeah. We'll let that sit for a little bit. Let's soak some of that up. When they did the autopsy on Jumbo, they found this in his stomach: English pennies, keys, rivets, and a police whistle. Metal objects that never passed through his digestive tract. They were still in his stomach. Now, Barnum, again, being the that he was, had Jumbo dissected. Had him cut into smaller pieces. And he shipped the smaller pieces out to different areas and set up booths so people could pay to come in and see pieces of Jumbo. Goes back to the days of drawing and quartering, like we talked about the other day. Where they used to pull the arms and legs up and the torso separated from the head, or the head from the torso, and send all the pieces out to different cities and put it on pikes outside the city gate so people could see the trader. Gentleman John Allen block, broken piece. We're going to get some stinging off this one. I can feel it already just from the soap. Not bad. It's like a 1 out of 10 on the face. And it's like a 3 out of 10 on the neck. Because my neck always gets just tender. Okay. And after the skeleton had toured with the circus for a while, it was donated to the American Museum of Natural History in New York City, where it's still on display. Well, it still remains there anyways. The elephant's heart was sold to Cornell University. Jumbo's hide was stuffed by William J. Critchley and Carl Ackley, both of Ward's Natural Science, who stretched it during the mounting process. The mounted specimen traveled with the circus, Barnum Circus, for 2 years. The stuffed Jumbo traveled around the country with the circus for 2 years. Because Barnum, just that kind of guy. He would have gone to prison in today's day and age. The shit he used to pull, he couldn't do today. Without a doubt. Barnum eventually donated the stuffed jumbo to Tufts, T-U-F-T-S, University, where it was displayed at P.T. Barnum Hall, which he financed. It was there for many years. The hide was destroyed in a fire in April of 1975. 1975 it survived to. Witch hazel? Ashes from that fire, which are believed to be the elephant's ashes, of his hide, are kept. They're kept to this day in a 14-ounce Peter Pan crunchy peanut butter jar in the Tufts athletic director's office, while his taxidermy tail, removed during other renovations of the hide, resides in the holdings of the Tufts Digital Collections archives. Jumbo is Tufts University's mascot. Unscented star jelly for my aftershave. Just a wee bit. And we're going with the HC&C Havana Breeze, another tobacco scent. That was the second drop. I don't know if you guys saw there. My fat fingers were in the way. And we're going with the HC&C Plum. That's all you need. Jumbo was actually just 2 drops. Still growing at the time he was hit by the train. So he would have been bigger. And they say he quite possibly could have reached the dimensions that Barnum claimed he was. You know, that was it 13 feet at the shoulder? Yeah, 13 feet 1 inch. That Barnum claimed he was. But sad end to an elephant that had a sad life all the way around. I mean, his mother was killed by elephant hunters, transported from Sudan to all the way to Italy, to Germany, to France, then to England, then all the way to New York City, and then around the U.S. by train. Okay. I'll just show you the guys that. Now to open it, see that button on the back right there? Just push that. And remove the blade for cleaning. That's how you clean it. Alright? Alright guys. Poor Jumbo, huh? But he was the origination of jumbo shrimp, jumbo jet, jumbo marshmallows. So. And no, I ain't that big yet, and I don't plan on getting that big. I actually want to get smaller, but it's harder than it. It was a lot easier when I was younger to get smaller than it is now. I just enjoy food too much. I should do a food channel with the shit I cook sometimes. You'd be like, I didn't know that combo went together. It does. It does well too. All right, guys. Don't forget the affiliate link if you're going to buy from the Razor Company, because when that account hits $25 with my kickback, when I get it, that account hits $25, I will get a gift card to the Razor Company, give it back to you guys. Don't forget the link to the 4 channels I'll put in the description box, and give those guys a like and a sub. I'm sure they would appreciate it. And with that, I will say enough of the babbling fat guy in the camera. You're in the chair next. Happy shaves out there, guys.